So here we are, tying up lesson. Now this horse is in a good frame of mind because I've done a lot of work with him today, and mentally he's quite exhausted. He's gone on the float and he's done real good. I'm very, very pleased with him. And he's just kind of in that sleepy mood. So what I've done is I've done a loop around the post so that it's no big deal. He can feel that he's kind of tied up, and he's going to get the idea of that before I actually tie a knot. And just for now, good boy, I'm going to hold the end of this rope. Now if he really goes off, I'll go to a longer rope. I'm going to stay out at the end of this rope. If he really has a good pull, I can let him out and then bring him back in again. My main job is to keep this horse from damaging himself in any way. Now he's a 2-year-old, which is way too late in the game to be starting this kind of thing, but you know, this is typical New Zealanders. And you know, I haven't got the best facilities here either. I've got no such thing as a round pen and all these facilities that these big flash trainers use. It's all very fine in a perfect world to do all this stuff. I'm using a rope halter with a knot. There's no clips involved anywhere, so there's no possible chance that he will break that halter. Now you'll notice that that halter is done up properly. If he had a really good pull, I would do it up again, because I would be putting this horse's teeth at risk. Excuse me, Mum, nosy thing. Alright, so this is the first tying up lesson that he's going to have. It's unfair to put this horse on a truck and then give him his first tying up lesson. The truck comes Monday, so I'd like him to be as prepared as possible. I've been called in, given very limited time to work with this horse, and you know, I just got to do the best that I can. Keep the horse from injuring himself, keep me safe. That's my first job. So he's a really smart horse because he's testing that rope. He's a different character, this one. He doesn't get upset, but boy, when he decides that he's going to go, it's kind of like a big tsunami. So I watch the eye, I make sure that the eye is blinking. This horse gets a little bit tight in the eye sometimes, a little bit sunken in, a little bit resentful looking, all those kind of things. You know, always remembering that we're working with a colt, and he is wild. He's been out running with his mother. He's had lots of, you know, some petting. He's used to humans, but he's got no respect, really, for humans. He looks all good at the moment, but if he really got it into his head that he was going to go, ooh, he's hard to stop when he wants to go, this fella. He doesn't really believe that fences and things will stop him. He's one of those. So we're just watching him at the moment. He's starting to test the rope, and you can see he's starting to stomp. He's stomping, which is telling me that he's just a little bit unhappy, and that he just might be just thinking about moving things to the next level as far as getting around this rope's concerned. So he's a real thinker. But, you know, what I've done is, as I've set it up properly, I haven't brought him in fresh and just tied him to a post. You know, things that people do really worry me sometimes. They really ask for things. And this tying up is a scary thing when it doesn't go right. And it's a scary thing when it's a 2-year-old colt like this. And he can do a lot of damage to himself in that kind of frame of mind. He doesn't feel a thing. It's not exactly a sensitive sort of fellow. So if you have a look at him, he looks sleepy in the eye, this horse. He looks kind of sleepy. And I have worn him down a little bit today. I haven't asked for any fights. I haven't put him in a corner and really given him no other choice. I've handled him carefully. I did not want to take him on a physical level. So I tried to wear him out mentally, and then, once he's worn out mentally, introduce the tying up. And I'll do this 2 or 3 times before Monday. It's Thursday today. And do it in stages. The thing to watch when they really pull is that they often come forward with the front legs. And this horse, we don't want any damage to him at all. You know, a lot of people don't even tie racehorses up. But, you know, they've got to go in a truck. It's really unfair to rip horses off like that. So I'm fairly happy with the way that things are. His body language is good. I have done this once before, and I haven't seen him pull yet, and I'd like to see him have a good try out on this rope. Today, he looks like he's quite settled to just stand there, which I'm happy about. So we're going to leave it at that. Anyway, he's been branded and microchipped. I'm sure all of those gave him a bad experience. Good. So one thing to be careful about is walking in here when they're not used to being tied up, because you can provoke them to pull back. So if they look like they're sort of stuck, in other words, they're ready to sort of explode, then you should probably get right back. That's what I do, and I just get a couple of little pebbles and just pop them on the hind quarter, just to snap him out of whatever kind of frame of mind he's got himself stuck into, and encourage him to feel the end of the rope while I'm back here, rather than to be able to walk in and do it and put myself in danger.